1979 GMC Sierra Classic 15, four-wheel drive, 350 AC. Let's take it for a test drive. 1979 GMC Sierra Classic 15 factory four-wheel drive truck. Has a replacement driveline in it. It's an obviously non-original 350 backed by a turbo 350 3-speed automatic transmission, and then behind that you do have your 12-bolt rear end. As far as your four-wheel drive system, it's all stock style equipment, and we'll talk about that a little bit further in the video. But as far as the motor goes, it really performs like a stock style little 350. Nothing crazy high performance, but has plenty of power to pull this truck down the road. The cruise is great at 65 miles an hour, no problems of any kind, no road walk, no wandering. It really is a good, tight driving four-wheel drive truck. You do have factory heat and AC. The AC has been converted to R134A and it blows nice and cold. The heat also blows hot, which I'm going to turn off because I don't need to be sweating in here while we're driving. As far as other options, you have power steering, power front disc brakes. The exhaust still retains the manifolds, and then it is aftermarket dual exhaust after that. Aftermarket mufflers, and then full tailpipes in the back. Not a crazy loud truck, but you can hear it here. That's a good exhaust note, really, when you get in the throttle like that. It's more motor than it is exhaust, at least in normal driving, but nothing that's too terribly loud. Has a good exhaust and motor sound to it. On the interior, it's a custom style interior with these aftermarket bucket seats. I don't know what they're out of, but they're very comfortable. You do have your stock style kind of Blazer console here. Nice door panels. It is a stock style door panel with the carpet inlays. It is manual windows, manual locks, manual mirrors, which I prefer. Carpet's in good shape, floor mats look good. No headliner, just your painted cab. You do have nice visors on both sides. Dash pad looks good. Hairline little imperfections in the little vents on the tops of the dash on the left and the right there, but really minimal. Gauges are really easy to see. You have this nice comfort grip steering wheel. Going down the road, it is offset just a little bit to the left as far as the steering wheel goes, but the truck tracks straight. You could probably pull the steering wheel off and clock it 100% in the middle if you care, but it's really nitpicky stuff. You have your factory 4x4 selector down on the floor. You do have an aftermarket Bose head unit here, and you have some speakers behind the seats in the corners mounted to the inside of the cab, on the inside of the cab there, like again on the back corners behind the seats. Overall interior is in good shape. Nothing really to note on in here. You kick your dome light on, it kicks on and kicks off like it should. Got my headlights off right now, don't really need them. Pedals are all stock style pedals. You have your e-brake on the left, obviously, and then your standard brake and gas pedal. Glove box opens and closes properly. The center console, you have to manually lock and unlock it. To be honest, I need to check to see if the keys actually do that. I'll have to let y'all know on that. But the glove box opens and closes properly. There is no SPID decal in there, so I can't tell you all of the original options and color combos on the truck. But to be honest, it doesn't quite matter for me. As far as the doesn't work section on this particular truck, a couple small things are not working. The reverse lights don't work. And then when you turn the flashers on, the flashers, there's no little button there, so I can't get the flashers to kick on and off. So the flashers are going to be a no. The washer fluid sprayers don't work. The shifter indicator, it's not showing on the dash there. And then this is a dual tank truck, but the passenger tank is not hooked up. So a few smaller things are not working. Make sure you check out the doesn't work section. Will be posted on the website pcclassiccars.com. You scroll to the bottom of this piece of inventory, you'll see the additional media section there, which will have all the goodies for you to check out. As you can see, has good power, pulls you down the road nice. And once you get it up into that 60, 65 mile an hour range, it's a very comfortable truck. I will say under acceleration, you get like a little, it's not really a rattle, but you get like a little sound coming from the dash over here. Probably something inside the dash, maybe shaking around a little bit. Really nitpicky thing. Again, I don't even hear it now. When I was under heavy acceleration, I heard, I guess it is like a little rattle in the dash. Very, very minimal. As far as the underneath goes, your inner rockers, bottom of the cab, bottom side of the bed, the floors themselves, and the frame, I see no rust problems. Really is a good solid truck on the bottom. On the exterior, you do have your aftermarket cowl hood. You have kind of a combo bed here. You have a spray and bed liner on the inside of the tailgate, as well as the inside of the bed, and then you have a really nice wood inlay bed floor. It is obviously a step-side truck, which is cool. I will say on the exterior, the emblems on the fenders are probably original, so the Sierra Classic 15 GMC emblems are a little bit pitted and a little aged. As far as my knowledge, I wasn't able to find brand new ones, so I don't know if they remake them or not. Someone else might be able to find them better than I was, but we weren't able to get them. So it's got the original style emblems on there. Paint quality shows good. You have a few little trash spots in the paint, little imperfections, but overall it shows nice. Doors open and close good. When you close the cowl hood up by the windshield, the cowl hood will sit up a little bit taller, but if you push down on it a little bit on the back corners, again by the windshield, the hood will sit a little bit better. Overall, again, cosmetically a good looking truck. Has its little flaws, but no bubbles or bad body work. It is a good looking pickup. If you ask me, I like the blue, I like the cowl hood, I like the step side bed. It has brand new white letter BFG tires. Rally wheels are in great condition. Road feel is great. It's got Rancho shocks all the way around. As far as your four-wheel drive system, it has your stock manual locking Warren hubs. You have your new Process 205 transfer case. Stock differential in the back. It is a 12-bolt rear end. Four-wheel drive system functions like it should. You have your selector again here on the floor. Road feels good. Doesn't beat you to death. Sometimes you get in a four-wheel drive, doesn't matter what it is, and it is rough as hell and beats you to death. This one is not like that. Yes, it drives like a truck, but it is not bouncing me around like crazy. I still feel comfortable. I feel like I have control of the truck going down a really bumpy road like this. Seat feel is good. It is a stock column, so there is no tilt, but there's plenty of room underneath this comfort grip wheel to get in and out. I will say the notorious fuel gauge floating back and forth. The fuel gauge does work. When you put fuel in it, it goes up, but it does kind of float around a little bit going down the road. You're reading 21,687 miles as of right now. I have no idea what the actual miles are on the truck since it's been redone. It has a different motor in it, so to be honest, it doesn't quite really matter. Temperature's good. Good oil pressure, voltage is reading right. We'll roll into it here again. As far as your glass goes, again, I love your manual windows. They roll up and down like they should. You have the sliding back glass here in the middle. That works properly as well. Windshield has a few little imperfections, like you might be able to see it in the video here. Over on the right-hand side to the right of the rearview mirror, there's like a little dark spot, but it's a little chip in the windshield. And then a couple other small little miscellaneous little nicks in the windshield kind of on both sides, but it's all minimal, nothing that I would worry about replacing. When you pop the hood, shows great, nothing's out of place. Wiring checks out good. Fluids are all ready to go. Battery and charging system's doing its job. The more I hear that little rattle in the dash, it very well could be the speedometer, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, nothing related to the driveline, just a small little rattle inside the dash. My money would be on the speedometer cable, if anything. Again, could be wrong, just my guess there. You do also have your dual tank switch, even though it does not have dual tanks. The passenger side one is not hooked up. There just is a solid single tank over here on the driver's side. If someone wanted to convert it back to dual tanks, you could. But this is a great four-wheel drive truck. I love the fact that it's a GMC step side, just a little bit different than your normal four-wheel drive trucks. I think it has a kick-ass look with the blue and the cowl hood. The step side's cool. The wood bed kit in the back. The drive-line's good. You already have you already have cold AC. In the additional media section on the website, pcclassiccars.com, you will see the Does It Work section, as well as all the little imperfections in the paint. If I did not mention that, you will see that on the website in that additional media section. So make sure you guys check that out. Have it. This is a 1979 GMC Sierra Classic 15, factory four-wheel drive, 350, automatic, AC. From myself and everybody else here at PC Classic Cars, we appreciate y'all stopping in to watch another one of our test drives. Make sure you check out that additional media section on the website, PCClassicCars.com. Check out the content we're posting across all of our social platforms every single day. And we'll catch you guys on the next video.